Order up! Welcome to a brand new episode of the Order Up Podcast, wherever you may listen to your podcast. Of course, I'm Taryn Williams. Thank you so much for checking out this brand new episode of the podcast. So, in this episode, I wanted to talk about a movie that I'm personally excited about before this year, which is going to be Marvel's first movie in Phase 4, which is going to be Black Widow, which I'm really excited about. I've seen some people kind of hit and miss about it. Some people are excited. Some people aren't that excited about it because, of course, spoiler alert, if you didn't see Endgame for some reason, Black Widow does die. So in present day Marvel Universe, Black Widow is dead, but this is kind of a prequel. It's set in between what happened after Civil War. So it's in between Civil War and Infinity War. So it kind of tells what Natasha was doing in between those two movies. And they just dropped the final trailer for Black Widow on March 9th. And I watched it and I'm just like, I'm excited. I can't wait. Because one of the biggest things about it for me is it's going to be kind of a Born Identity style movies. If you ever saw those movies with Matt Damon, the Born Identity, Born Identity, the Born Supremacy, and Born Ultimatum. Those are the three Born movies that he did. And they have like this really crisp fight scenes where he's just fighting with like everyday objects. It's really cool. I love the fight choreography in those movies. So we're gonna take that spy espionage style and put into a Marvel movie with Black Widow and Marvel characters and a big ass Disney budget. So I'm excited for Black Widow. Some people are like yay and nay about it. Some people love Scarlett Johansson. Some people don't like her. I love Scarlett Johansson, aka Scarlett Joe Hansen. But I love Scarlett Johansson, and I think this is like her swan song. Cause I think her contract of Marvel with Marvel is up. So this is kind of like her swan song. She gets to star in this movie, and I think she's like is directing it too. So it's like I think that's kind of cool. Like she's been with them since day one, since Iron Man 2, I think is when she debuted, and so she's been with them since day one basically. So this is kind of them giving her a chance to kind of, go out on her own terms, which I really like. Seeing Black Widow die in Endgame was really hurt. Like, it hurt because you didn't, someone had to die between her and Hawkeye. But so it's just kind of sad to see her die. But it's kind of nice that she does get a movie, even though it's technically, it's a prequel, so we're going back a few years. But then I think it'll help fill in some of the blanks of her storyline with Hawkeye, like the Budapest stuff. It's kind of her getting rid of some more red off her ledger, because that was kind of the whole reason why she joined the Avengers, because she did some bad shit. She is like a super spy, a super espionage agent. She's done some bad shit, when she was in the Red Room and going through the Black Widow program, and she joined Avengers. I guess Nick Fury probably told her like, "Hey, if you join us, we can help kind of redeem you a little bit." And she was like, "I bet." So the Black Widow movie kind of takes place a few years ago in the past. It's her teamed up with I think her name I don't know how you pronounce her name. Was it Malevolent Benova? Something like that. Another woman who's in the Black Widow products, Red Guardian, who's Russia's version of Captain America. They kind of get like a bootleg super soldier serum. He becomes kind of that version of Captain America, not the supreme cream of the crop, but pretty decent. And the star of the movie, who I think is gonna, and I said like, not only will he be the star of the movie, he's gonna, or this person, well, I'm gonna say he, because I'm thinking it's a he, and we're pretty sure it's gonna be a he, but he's gonna be one of the biggest characters, like most popular characters in Marvel going forward, and it's Taskmaster. And Taskmaster is so dope. I didn't know too much about him until he was in Marvel versus Capcom 3, or actually Ultimate Marvel versus Capcom 3. And that's kind of when I got my first taste of him. I think I kind of knew of him in some of the cartoons and maybe some stuff like that. But I knew he was pretty dope in Marvel in UMVC 3. That's kind of where he got some time to shine. And then he was kind of a bonus character. He's kind of a subplot in the Marvel Spider-Man game on PS4. He just pops up. I'm like, is that Taskmaster? He's like, I'm like, oh, like I lost my mind when that happened. Cause I would not expect him to be in it. So he's in that game doing the same things. He's gonna be one of the main antagonists in the new Avengers game by Square Enix that's coming out later this year. So it's not, and then he's gonna be the main antagonist in the Black Widow movie. It's dope. Like Taskmaster he's getting so much play in the last few years, and I think he's gonna be like, he might end up becoming like a Marvel cash cow. Just think like he just be especially if they keep featuring him. Like, fingers crossed, please, Marvel, do not kill off Taskmaster at the end of Black Widow. Please don't. Let him keep going. Like, let him be, because he's not really a bad guy per se. I mean, he's running the Red Room, in this one, but eventually he just becomes like a merc. He's just like highest bidder, so he joins like the Thunderbolts and Thunderbolt Ross and all his group. But he does like some freelance stuff here and there. I think he does help the Avengers every now and then if they pay good. So he's just eventually he just kind of becomes a freelance merc. And so I'm excited for Black Widow. And one of the things, and I just thought about this because there's been this post going around of Taskmaster and kind of showing like Taskmaster in the last Black Widow trailer and like different characters that he emulates. Like he emulates Black Panther. One of them, he emulates Black Panther, Hawkeye, and Captain America for sure. And one of them is Spider Man. And I'm like, because he does like a hero landing and they show Spider-Man, but I'm like, but a lot of people do hero lands. Actually, Black Widow has done one, Iron Man has done one, Spider-Man has done them. A couple people have done hero landing, so I don't think that reference was necessarily Spider-Man. I think that's just him seeing, he knows what a hero landing is because he's seen it. And if you don't know Taskmaster's ability, it's photo, I forget what it's called. It's like photogenic, like replication, something like that. I forget what the technical term is, but basically, he sees you fight, he can now fight like you. That's just how he is. And it's a really dope. It's a copycat skill. But yeah, like if he knows like you're proficient with nunchucks, he watches you. He picks up nunchucks. He is now proficient in nunchucks. It's really dope. I don't know if they're gonna explain his power. If he's a mutant or if he's just like, if it's a gift that he has, if it's just like in his DNA, if it's just like his kind of his reflexes mutated. I don't know what is this, just like training. So I'm not sure how they're gonna explain Taskmaster's ability, but I feel like, I just thought about this. I feel like Taskmaster is gonna be this Easter egg for different characters in the Marvel universe who we as the fans and the audience has not seen yet, but because he has videos, he probably has surveillance cameras all over the place. He's probably seen people who, we might know about or we might not know about, but he'll fight like though. Because I think that what would be a really cool Easter egg is like, what if Taskmaster starts fighting like Daredevil? He starts fighting like Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, and Luke Cage. Like, the Defenders haven't been in the MCU, but they're part of the kind of the bigger Marvel universe through their Netflix shows. So what if he like does like some Iron Fist moves, or he does like some weird Power Mans, like just some little nods to them, even though they're not in the MCU per se and we haven't talked about him at all. But what if Taskmaster like invokes those things? What if he fights a little bit like, I don't know, like what if he does like some very Wolverine like things, What if he does, martial arts kind of like, what if he does like maybe some stuff like Storm? Like what if he does these little nicks and things of other characters, that we haven't seen yet, but he's seen them through video, through like social media, because this is in like the world, so like through social media and gifts and stuff like that. He's seen these people, but we haven't seen them, and I think that'd be like a nice way of including Easter eggs in the Black Widow movie through Taskmaster without actually hard confirming anybody or saying anything. And really, I think Taskmaster is gonna be like the biggest star in the movie. I think he'll be a big star in Marvel Phase 4 going forward, because I just think he has that potential of being so unique and so cool where people want to cosplay him. People gonna want like the pop figures, people want the toys. Like people are gonna want to get Taskmaster stuff, especially if he has, because he's kind of like, he kind of has that Deadpool kind of a jerk, kind of a smart ass type personality in the games and stuff. So especially if like he starts talking and he gets that kind of those quips and those little things where you like him, but he's a dick, but you do like him. So I'm really curious to see how they're gonna handle Taskmaster. I can't wait for the Black Widow movie as a whole. The choreographer from the John Wick movie is gonna be in it, so the action is gonna be dope. Like, I think it's gonna do really well. I think a lot of people are kind of bummed out after Endgame because like, oh, they're gonna like, how are we supposed to adjust to these new characters? And I'm like, if you've been watching comics, playing video games, playing with action figures as long, like action figures as long as I have, there's like a wide range of characters that I love that I can't wait to see get their shine at the big screen. And the Black Widow movie being the swan song for Scarlett Johansson and her version of Black Widow, because I think keep forgetting her name, but I think Villanova, that character, I think she'll end up being the new Black Widow. Like she'll probably end up, in order to honor Natasha or for something, she'll go to Shield and be like, hey, I want to excuse me, I want to I want to honor my friend, my sister. So she might end up helping them out. She might not initially join the Avengers. She'll probably be a little reluctant because she probably has like her own thing she needs to get rid of and take care of. But she'll probably pop in. Like when Avenger 5 happens, she'll probably be in that movie. Like she'll probably pop up and be like of assistance, to help. So yeah, so I'm really excited for Black Widow. I can't wait. May 5th is when it's dropped. So we still got like 6 weeks. I think it's like a month and a half, a month and some change left. So I can't wait. This is definitely one of the movies I want to go see day one, just to see it, enjoy it, catch some of the Easter eggs, before all the spoilers start happening. But thank you for listening to this brand new episode of or a podcast. Like, share it on YouTube, on Spotify, on the Apple Store. I forget where it is. It's a bunch of places. Wherever you listen to podcasts, it should be there for the most part. I gotta add it to Stitcher. Stitcher is like on my to-do list. But thank you so much for watching the podcast. I greatly appreciate it. Again, feel free to send me messages like what you would like. Leave a voice message on Anchor if you listen on Anchor. And always and forever, slicing, dicing, gaming. It's not just a motto; it's a lifestyle. I'll see you in the next video, or the next podcast, or the next time I drop something on the YouTube channel, or some content in general. All right, have a good one. Later.